Hi, I'm Vahe Gregorian, and welcome to a very special edition of the Huddle. Not just because Sam Mellinger's not here, but because Terez Paylor's here in his seat, and I'm with Blair Kerkhoff on my right. And we're going to be taking this opportunity to get on the Chiefs a little bit. And I just came back from a banquet in Port Arthur where Wade Phillips, the defensive coordinator of the Broncos, actually decided to roast the Chiefs more than Jamal Charles, which he was supposed to do. And he brought up how each team has championship histories, and he turned to Andy Reid and said something about how the Chiefs photos are all in black and white, which I thought was pretty good. And I think Andy got a kick out of it. It was a good line, and I, but to the point, where are we now with these Chiefs? And I know it's impossible to project what you think's coming this fall, but you're so lasered in.
Yeah.
How much better are they? Are they better right now? What have they gotten done in the offseason?
Well, I do think that they're positioned to have a better record this fall, okay? They went out in the offseason, they made some moves. Signed Jeremy Maclin as an immediate #1 receiver, and he has familiarity with this coaching staff, so that matters. That's going to help the passing game. They fortified the offensive line a little bit, okay? And most importantly, this is year 3 for Andy Reid, so the schemes are in. These same coordinators, they know what they're doing. Quarterback's been here, this is the 3rd year. There's really no excuse. Looks like Denver's falling off a little bit. They lost their left tackle. Peyton Manning's a year older. Look, this is their time to win this division, okay? They spent money this offseason. This is year 3. Let's go. Now, based on 3 weeks of OTAs, I would say that, okay, there's a chance. I'm going to predict them to go 9-7 or 10-6. I still think that they'll kind of be around the same record they had last year, but they have a chance to do a little bit better. One thing that does concern me so far is I want to see the passing game be a little better. Not quite as crisp as it was last year, but at this time. But I think some of that also has to do with the fact, hey, this is a new group of receivers here Alex has to work with. But trust and believe, when training camp comes, I'm going to be watching that passing game because that's what's really going to matter in the fall.
What, if anything, needs to happen this week in OTAs? On the OTAs, the actual minicamp. What's different about this than OTAs, and what do you want to come out seeing?
Well, they can go a little bit longer than they can go during the voluntary practices. Okay, so it's going to be dialed up a little bit now. It's going to be a little bit longer, and this is the last time they're going to see these guys for a month. So they're going to push it a little bit. They're really going to bring it. They're going to want to see what they can do. Okay, so again, I'm going to be looking at that passing game. I don't want to see the ball hitting the ground when you can't hit each other. Okay, the offense has the advantage. It should be snap, snap, rhythm passing, boom, boom. It hasn't been that at all times. In fact, Thursday's practice was the best of the entire OTAs as far as rhythm of the passing game. I want to see that continue. And if it does continue, I'll be a little less concerned heading into training camp. But for now, that's what my mindset is, seeing Alex Smith be on the same page with his receivers, deliver the ball accurately, with conviction, and basically be efficient. That's what's really going to matter this week, and that's what I'll be keeping an eye on.
Blair, one thing before we turn to the Royals, your recollections of Jeremy Maclin as a college player, and when I saw him this weekend, I realized, last I really saw him he was 18, 19, 20. He's a grown man now. He looks like a big, strong guy. He's matured as a person. Have you sort of followed the arc of his career a little bit, and do you see why he might be a real fit into this puzzle for the Chiefs?
Absolutely. And I remember when the Chiefs signed him, I was really excited. I thought that's a natural for the Chiefs, and for a few reasons. One, the need was the need was there with Dwayne Bowe gone, but he's played in Arrowhead Stadium before. He played there with Mizzou in the Big 12 championship game. They didn't win the game, but he's familiar with the territory. I'm going to be excited to hear Terez in the coming weeks talk more about what's going on with the Chiefs on the defensive side as well. Yeah. We've got some issues, secondary, what are they going to do in the secondary, but I'm like Terez. I'm somewhat optimistic about this Chiefs team, and so much of it depends on Alex Smith. What's going to happen with him?
Just to add, there's reason for optimism here, but I'm sure people are wondering, well, why are you picking them to go 9-7 and 10-6? Well, it's because of their schedule, guys. They've got just a handful of games at home throughout the first 2 to 3 months of the season. Like the schedule is impossibly difficult. One of their home games is away in London, right? And like, wouldn't that just kind of be Chiefs' luck for them to miss the playoffs because they lost that game in London, right? So like, hey, there's some like real obstacles here with the schedule that they're gonna have to overcome. So it's completely possible they're a better football team that ends up having the same record. That could totally happen.
Right, and we've seen that. We've
Yeah.
seen that kind of thing. Thanks a lot for joining us on The Huddle. Please keep checking us out on kansascity.com. Obviously, you'll see the premier Chiefs coverage in the area with Terez and with Blair and Andy working on the Royals. Stick with us. Thanks a lot.